Hey, thank you so much for the resubmarino cappuccino friend. Welcome to the stream. What's up? How are you? What up, Spooky? Good morning. How are things treating you on your side of the world, friend? Hello, Power. Morning sandstorm. You got sandstorm, Spooky? What the Sigma? You all right, buddy? Doing all right there, friend? That sounds like quite the spooky-tacular. But as always, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Streamerino Cappuccino. To FGO Areno Peep Peep Pacino. We do got FGO live stream. Sorry I haven't been streaming. I do apologize in advance. You know how it is. You know how it is, boyo. I've been busy with IRL life and work, and it's been terrible on both ends. But we surviving, you know. So we got about, what, 78 minutes till the live stream. I just woke up. I'm eating some breakfast. Hopefully you guys are doing well. How's the week of June treated you? Did it treat you good? Did it treat you kind? I'm just very tired. Very tired, exhausted, and beat up, really. Just so worn out, Dale. It's kind of crazy. I've been what you call beaten to a pulp mentally. It's not the man I used to be. And I'm taking like psychic damage every so often. It's no bueno, friend. It's no bueno. But we got FGO news, and that means it's time for us to cover it all. Did you guys see the NA like busted out a whatchamacallit? But it's time. I hope you're ready. Oh. You might move to Europe. Most of the countries here treat you better. No, I'm good, bruh. Even if I go to Europe, the current problem that I'm having is not going to change. It's going to be the same old deal, friend. I just need to truck it like a human being. I'm getting definitely to the point where I have to start prioritizing my sleep over anything. Just because I'm just so tired. My max HP has plummeted down into like the double digits instead of like the triple digits. Like in video gaming terms, I used to have like a triple digit HP. Now it's just double digit HP. So I feel like my max health has been drastically reduced to the point that I just need to go to sleep earlier and earlier. NA has his own Discord now. I saw that. I got whatchamacallit. I joined in. Did you join in? Are you going to Anime Expo? This year I'm not. I was thinking maybe next year. Because I still got whatchamacallit. I still have a lot of house and like stupid shit to figure out. Ugh. But yeah, like starting next year, I think if all the stars were to align, I'll be able to go to at least like Anime Expo. I can go to things like I'm hoping by next year I can go to a convention. Any convention, whether it's New York or Anime Expo, just one of the bigger ones for sure. Because like I said, life's been beating my ass down and I've been very tired. But I believe after this year is over, we should be able to move on with our lives. Is it in 1 hour? Yeah, it's about 70 minutes. And we can definitely talk about like speculating like the new welfare that's coming, what's happening, what could be the new story, etc. But right now I'm eating breakfast. So Tom, I hope you're doing well. What up, Clear? Salutations. Been a while indeed. I haven't streamed for a good chunk of the month because I've just been so tired. But now that some of the shenanigans has been fixed, yeah, since some of the shenanigans has been fixed, I think I'm going to I think I'm gonna be streaming a little bit more. Oh, heads up, I won't be able to make it to the F. When is FGO NA live stream chat? Is that on 4th of July? Maybe I could make it. Who knows? Bart. Mm-mm-mm. Tony. Did we get a server maintenance announcement? We did. Okay, we got we got a server maintenance announcement, which means that FGO will have a new event right after stream. Remember that. The best way to know, chat, is whenever FGO goes on maintenance, before live stream. The key is to see if they yeah. Whenever you check FGO and whenever they have a stream, make sure you go down a couple of announcements to see if they do go on a maintenance. The moment they go on maintenance before FGO live stream starts, it equates to the event's going to start right after this. That's kind of a hint for you guys. By the way, we are going to have a quote unquote, this is our light version. We're going to have Miss Kawasumi and Miss Utsuguro, the OG BA of Arash and Arthurier. At the same time, we're going to have a welfare too. So it's going to be very interesting. Most likely, this event is probably where Demeter will the Demeter third ascension might get played along to an extent. If not, you know, she'll be in the part 3 story. I totally forgot Anniversaries Among Us. I know. It happens when the main FGO streamer don't fucking stream FGO nor stream in general these days. I get it. I'm just too busy with life, man. Life's been beating my ass down to the ground. Like, I want to do more IRL stream so I can count more Pokemon cards and start building Legos, but I just got no time, Dio. Makes me so sad. I wonder what the JP welfare is. Well, it's gonna be 4-star, obviously. Some people are speculating that it could be my daughter. Some people are speculating that it could be Tamamo Aria. It is an interesting. My curveball is Viola. Wonder if Atlas has Viola. Oh no, not Atlas. Violet? No. Not Violet. No, not Cardian Firolania. Is Viola non-existent? Like, what the fuck? Am I crazy? Not her. You. What am I thinking of? Who am I? Who am I thinking of? Who am I thinking of? It's not Viola. It's Abby's quote unquote friend. Fuck, I can't remember her name. Lavinia. That's what it is. Lavinia. Yeah. This one. Because there is a There is a super form of Lavinia where she kind of is a semi-foreigner, but also at the same time, she is one of the few connections to Abigail, like technically a key. If we want to start a FGO story, quote unquote, right? Just because if you've read the manga, there is a foreigner form of Lavinia, kind of semi-combating Abigail. So, and then at the same time, with her coming along as a welfare, if not a 5 star, this is kind of like a good gap to bring in the third arc or the quote unquote foreigner arc shenanigan. Is that super form from the Salem manga? Yes, it is from the Salem's manga. It was kind of semi implied in the game, but a lot of the description was told during the manga, a lot more in detail, right? Because summoned by Salem, understood Salem wasn't right, blah blah blah. Appeared before them, true form, orders summoned Sup Typhon. Investigating, discovered that it invited before her, blah blah blah, and then you got she runs with it, encounters Samson. Yeah, she murders Hopkins in the woods. And then yeah, in the book, yeah, Mortilu and the Abigail sends her body along with Zuzga into her gates, while hurting the whole silver key activated temporal reconstruction by overlapping other versions of herself. She teleports along Nezha, Turitska, Brown and Robbins, locations where Brown helped us monitor a serpent. Lavina shows up in the events of the first creation. Blah blah blah. She managed to say farewell to Abigail through Shadow Abbey copy, reaffirming their friendship. Same high talent, which is which like Abigail. Abigail leaps and bounds go to the beyond because the outer grows hose. She's yeah, using the silver key. She was able to overlap herself with the other possibilities of herself through time. And in space that held the key, gaining access to her new form. In this second form, is able to create travel through portals like Abigail can, as well deflecting beam attacks and auras of light. See, so like in a way, this canonifies her as a stargazer. What a funky flavors! Welcome, welcome. Because she is technically a stargazer slash she's not really a component needed for arc 3, but she definitely will make the travels and like archetypes and story for arc 3 a lot more interesting with her coming back. At the same time, we do have a couple of hints that we are having in this event itself, which is very interesting. It is a childlike event. It is a child workday event. It has this interesting Karudenia. It's not Karudea, it's Karudenia. It is a theme park that is completely and I wouldn't say completely different, but just a little different from the usual. A lot of people definitely is not suspecting the writing difference between Karudea and Karudenia, um, because I think they did it on purpose to throw people off scent. A lot of people that are childlike events are definitely being played out as a role here, which is a kind of a thing to look forward to. When I say look forward to, it's as in like if you check this out, a lot of child servants is getting a buff, including Proto Arthur, which means that we can pray for Proto Arthur buff or new costume or do something for him. So the people that are ordinary here are Frodo, Tomoe swimsuit. Because notice that there's only Tomoe swimsuit and no Tomoe regular archer. And then Demeter. Yeah, another Demeter showed up. That's kind of the reason why. It is interesting that Lartoria is in on this. So it'll be Proto Arthur, Old Man, Lartoria, Swimsuit Gozem, Demeter. Surprisingly, Drake. Amadeus, a rare Amadeus show up, by the way. Technically, these guys can be counted as kids. Motherly figure, kid. Technically, is a kid. Kid, teacher. Kid, older sister slash kid slash bigger brother. Caretaker. So, interestingly enough, this is a female only. It is a very fascinating thing to know. It's female only. Then you got all your Abigails, then you got your Space Boy Abigail. Then you got Sus, Big Sus. And then you got your two beasts that are technically children. Technically Olga is not a child, but you know how it is. They specifically have stated that Ascension 1 and 2, and then this also go for 1 and 2. This also go for 1 and 2. So technically in their children status, 90% of them are children. The reason why I didn't like underline these like certain peoples that are out of the ordinaries, because it's they could be like a teacher, they could be like a mentor, they could be like a guidance. They could be an author, but at the same time, like it's children's. So it is a very funny combination. Like, for instance, Will is a perfect dad character. So technically, like, quote unquote, not underlining him because in this world of children, right? That's also including Mordred herself. Having a authoritative figure, like a father figure, would make sense. Now, I did underline Lartoria. In technicality, Mordred Lartoria, father relationship, yada yada yada. But Lartoria herself specifically being here, not Artoria, is what makes her kind of like differentiate a little bit. And whenever Lartoria gets involved, Rungominiad technically gets involved to an extent if she ever plays in the main story. So that's going to be an interesting to follow up. Hello, Fuzzy. What the heck is Blackbeard doing here? Well, Blackbeard's good with kids, like in FGO wise, right? In FGO, Blackbeard is known to be good with kids. Simultaneously, he's kind of a good take care of her, right? Like even though he is Blackbeard, Blackbeard is actually a good when it comes to children. He really does take care of them. At the same time, he could definitely play a role of Peter Pan and Captain Hook, right? Captain Hook's kind of perfect for Blackbeard. So in that settings, this makes sense. Columbus, technically, there is a Kid Columbus variant. So like adult Columbus kind of being there kind of makes sense. You get what I mean? So like I wouldn't be surprised if we were to get a Columbus Lily as a welfare either. Just because Columbus Lily is pretty popular. And if you don't know what is Columbus Lily, well, let me show you, okay? Oh, I don't know if I can show you. Hold up. There's got to be a picture somewhere. Gallery. There we go. Do we now get to see a child Columbus? There we go. Yeah, so we do have child Columbus here. Very kawaii child Columbus. And because child Columbus is kind of popular, there's a chance that Columbus Lily might show up in this event. I just, like I said, that's why I didn't underline him, because there's technically a child variant of Columbus that we've kind of seen during summer. So what about Bartholomew? Bartholomew's definitely there as an adult supervisor. He kind of always been a good taking care of people in general. Simultaneously, that is a good question. There's not a lot of mono bang servants around here, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just a supervisor. Bartholomew's always been able to known as like a good caretaker. So he's I'm considering him as like an adult. But you can clearly see a pirate theme, right? You got your pirate theme kind of characters kind of rolling up here. Kind of the great four of the pirates. Fergus Lily never. Well, the thing is, if there's a chance, if Fergus was there, right? Fergus Lily could have been a thing if Fergus was here. I think the Agartha backlash. I think Agartha's negativity impacted Lily Fergus's existence, unfortunately. Is this summer event? This is pre. This is pre-summer. This is not the summer event you're looking for, because summer event will happen in August when FGO celebrates its anniversary. I'm sure Bartholomew's there to stop Blackbeard from committing crimes. I mean, that could be a possibility too. I wanted to say because there's a lot of bottle bang, but I'm pretty sure Bartholomew's just there as a kind of an organizer slash kind of like a supervisor to kind of like look after the children. So he'll probably be in like a sector or like a free node or something. I'm assuming Nightingale's gonna be there as like a mother figure. Yeah, she's like a mother figure, nurse slash like clean, clean committee. What about Morgan? So this is about child and adult parenting, right? So I'm not really considering like dads and moms. But at the same time, to counter that argument, we do have Babanchi, but there is no Morgan. Who knows? We might get like a Morgan Lily for some odd fucking reason. Technically, if that was the case, we would have had Tornerico here. But that wasn't the case. So, like, the event is not about dads and moms. The event is definitely about children. Just due to the fact that they kind of tell you already here that it's a place, it's an amusement park. It's a quote unquote. It's a place where you want to be the yourself that you want to be, right? It says this is a location where anything you want to be, なりたい自分になれる. So it says you can become whatever you want to be, right? That's kind of the reason why I've kind of shown the possibility as Lavinia Whitley as a welfare candidate, just due to the fact that in Salem, they used, in the manga at least, right? In the manga, Salem used Lavina and used a silver key in order to create multiple possibilities of herself. And one of her possibilities were that she would turn into a super form, borrowing the power of the Elder Rich to an extent and kind of becoming Super Lavinia. So for her, This also would bring good connection back to Abigail and also bring a good connection back to foreigners. So I am very interested in see if they're going to use it. Another reason is that all Abby forms are taking a possibility, which is very interesting. Because usually, it's either going to be like summer to prep the summer or Christmas. Like for Abigail Christmas variant to play a role specifically, there's multiple Abigails, right? Abigail can be whatever she wants to be. At the same time, Van Gogh also has a minor variant right here. And Van Gogh Foreigner and Van Gogh Minor, aka Lancer, are two different, same people, just two different concepts, right? Because Van Gogh Foreigner is not the Van Gogh that Van Gogh wants to be, but a Van Gogh Lancer is a Van Gogh that Van Gogh wants to be. I know it sounds very confusing, but it is something that Van Gogh wanted to be and became. And so, in a weird way, Van Gogh Lancer and Pretender Abigail is kind of their form that they want to be in, right? It's a form that they want to be themselves on. なりたい自分になれるという。夢のようなし、and at the same time, the reason why there's like some adults, right? Because the event consists of an amusement park that allows you to trial work. So it's like a free internship for kids. It's like Kaza something. I can't remember. There is an actual like child amusement park where it's called like Kaza something. 誰もし人生が望んだ自分に分けることはないこと。It says, yeah, but understand that not everybody can become the desired self that they always want to be, right? It says, yeah, this is a spring tale. これはもうすでに存在する. Yeah, this is a what if story that this is a what if story that stole a spring tale. So it's just very interesting, okay? Carudenia. It's not Carudea, it's Carudenia. It says new singularities. And it isn't interesting. The servant is a Carudenia's butler. Carudenia's butler is also a stuffed animal. I wouldn't say stuffed animal. It's a it's like Kyrie-chan or like, you know how Gudako was in a like live action costume? It's kind of like that. So I'm kind of very curious on how they're going to do things. Because we're going to get the butler of Carudenia as a welfare servant, which is wearing a like a costume, like, you know, those little Disney, like, not the Disney princesses costumes, but like exaggerated ones, right? Like Winnie the Pooh's, big Mickey Mouse's, Minnie Mouse, all that, like kind of that big costume. Kigurumi. I don't think we're gonna get Benny alters in this event. No. A lot of people are not understanding that my daughter's event is a summer summer review event, right? And this is spring. This is a spring event, technically. This is like another spring event. So I don't think my daughter will be involved. My daughter will most likely be involved in summer event. So my daughter will most likely be in the summer event. At the same time, this is a spring event. So, I mean, if she does come into this event, I don't mind at all. Because a lot of people are like, because my daughter is quote unquote my daughter's in this event, therefore, like, it's my, you know, Benny Alters coming, yada yada yada. I don't know about that. We'll find out soon enough, right? However, I believe the summer I don't know. Yeah, the summer event will most likely be a underworld theme. But we could talk about that once this event kind of ends. The reason why I say it's an underworld theme is because my daughter, right? My daughter's entire event back there is an underworld. A lot of the servants that involves her also involves underworld. On top of it all, some of the characters that we're kind of anticipating to play a bigger role is related to Underworld. Ereshkigal also came by and talked about her Underworld needs updates, yada yada yada. And Kariosoro could definitely be like a quote unquote job, like one of the position as a job or whatever.カマサシンカーマアベンジャーのイベントボーナス大根小西の事件ナオミコが発生したらます。ストロンビーストイベントボーナスは開始1、2のみ。バーバンシーはナウさんとリシさんと友人することで名前の詩がマガジン。サムのように共感などイベントプレイを追加されて活動する。Okay. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, the one of the few things that they definitely wanted to like hammer down is that they're not using Kama's adult form. They're using Kama's child form. Which is very interesting. And a lot of people speculated that this might be a lotto event just due to the fact that you could do a free quest. You could do a free quest even though you didn't need to worry about it. But simultaneously, now that we're getting a welfare, it might not be a lotto event. It might just be another quote unquote what's the word? Another board event, right? Like the space board or Cosmodrops or something like that. What about Butler? Butler, I mean, don't we have a Butler? We might be able to get like a Butler Mordred costume, but we're gonna get a welfare that is technically a Butler of this singularity, which would be very interesting to see. Summer in the Underworld, that's most likely going to be what's happening this summer, is that we're going to somebody else's underworld or Ereshkigal's underworld. And before they do another Tez banner in summer, 100%. Tez is a funny guy, and Tez getting a summer banner might almost become the new norm, which will be pretty hilarious. So he'll be like a summer 5-star special exclusive servant. Seems like they love to milk the guy. He's their new guild, though. I mean, listen, Tez is a pretty chill dude, and he's a pretty funny guy. And yeah, you guys learned about it last year in the summer servant festival too. The only butler like servant that I've known so far is Betty. Yeah, yeah. Mordred also. If you watched the 5th anniversary, you'll know. I think it was 5th anniversary. Yeah, Mordred also wore a butler suit. And she actually has an anniversary suit that has a butler suit. Any chance for Benny Alter for this event or the next one? Most likely the next one, unless they specifically give her as a 5-star here, which would be kind of a waste. Because my daughter Alter doesn't fit the narrative here, in my opinion, unless they twist the event as such, right? Like, another big reason is that if there's an alternative form, we would see like Gil Kid with Gilgamesh. We would see Alexander with the Grand Rider of Alex. You know, like um, your boy, right? The fucking writer, the macho writer himself, Alexander the Great, Iskandar, right? And then we would see we would technically see Super Bunyan because Super Bunyan is technically an alternative form of Bunyan as well. So like, there's not an alternative form. It's a lot of the theme for like forms are another form, right? They're another variance of themselves. So like for instance, Kid Liz is Kid, right? 108 Dragon Tattoo Liz. Eliza is yeah, Eliza is Eliza, and she's technically her own variant because she's a kid Elizabeth, right? Elizabeth Lily to an extent, but there's no other Elizabeth going around. So the hard evidence is that, to an extent, there's a theme of child, right? Because a lot of these characters are children, and then you've got adults, and you got a couple of adults kind of like stationing their position, right? Like you got your forge, you got your criminal slash like politicians, or like, Moriarty can be a lot of things. Then you got your dad, William, as like an archer or like a hunter, right? Quote unquote hunter. Demeter could be like the intellect office lady. Lord Toria could be like person who's in charge of governing thrones, or king of the castle, whatever. And then you got Arthur being like being Arthur. And then you got your pirates, so they could be like a criminal pirate or like a voyager, adventurer, blah blah blah. Then you got your musician, you got your artist, you got your steam engine, you got your medicine. Technically, Gray's a child, technically, but like she could technically be like a intern or whatever. You got your medicine slash cleanliness, or like being a nurse, etc., etc. You got your music teacher again, right, Sanson? Then you got your big sister Shitonai. She could do like hunting. She can do like practically anything. Foraging, whatever. I am excited to see what Triple B and Triple B and Fem Hakuno is going to pull, because they're definitely. It's interesting that they brought specifically only these two. Summer Benny alter before a Benny alter would be very funny. Well, my daughter's alter form will most likely be a swimsuit form. The reason why that is because there is no reason for my daughter's alter form to have different forms technically, unless you make it conveniently into a swimsuit form. It's just easy that way. Children pirates, could Peter Pan be coming? Um, Technically it could, but like it's easy to just bring Oberon at this rate. Oberon's like the perfect Peter Pan. It'll be definitely a peculiar one to show for sure. It'll most likely be a welfare 1 5-star and that in a costume. That'll most likely be it. A 5-star, a welfare, and a costume. Uh, what else do you think it could come from? So here's the thing, right? Remember, NA finally got their yeah, NA finally got their shenanigans. Also, make sure you guys retweet Yo Thang. Also get yourself a monthly tickets. Don't forget your monthly tickets. Ba-da-ba. Bam, bam, bam. Hell yeah. Wait, what? Bruh, that's depression. It is going to be interesting for sure to figure out. Because this event is most likely the continuation of FGO. Valentine's Day. Yeah, this event should definitely mirror um the continuation of Valentine's Day event. Dude, I can't wait for the whatchamacallit, the second arc of second core of ReZero. Damn, the impact frame's so good. Oh, oh, yo, yo. Hello there, Funk. Damn, snap my nuts. I'ma snap your nuts, boy. Why are you spamming only low tier god shit? You a bot? Which of the characters can be alligators? To be honest, like everybody and their mom could spam like a character. Like everybody and their mom in this roster could technically spawn like 5 million different minions. So like any one of them could be an alligator. Demeter's daughter. Demeter's daughter could definitely come into this event. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was her name again? Persona Fee? Persona Foe? Yeah, like she Persona what? Persephone? Yeah, she could definitely come in if she it's a good opportunity for her to come in for sure. Just because this event allows that gap to occur, right? But I don't know. Maybe. It just feels so weird to have this much like it's not all foreigners. It's just child foreigners. Right? It's child foreigners, especially hovering towards Abigail with 3 Abby. And then like job description of like an adult. I'm still big thought on Lavinia might come in either as a welfare or a 5-star. Somewhere, somehow. She is the goddess of spring, though. That is true. The event title has to do with a story of a spring. I wait for you at the end of spring. Haru no owari ni kimi o matsu. So yeah, at the end of spring, I wait for you. Um, so it is going to be interesting how it's going to get played out. It's got like this clown fiesta looking ass shit too. So it'll be very interesting for sure. There's no Hokusai, no Yun, right? And like in technicality, if you want to go child variant, there should be a Hokusai saber. Okay? Like in technicality, there should be a Hokusai saber. Because technically, Hokusai Saber is not Hokusai, but it's technically Oi in her summer outfit with Hokusai. So, like, there should have been a, like, right? And so, the reason why it's not a father and daughter event, it's also because of the lack of Hokusai Foreigner and Hokusai Saber. Because technically, while both of them are the same people, the variant connections of how they are treated is different, right? Because the foreigner version is labeled as a hokusai, while the saber version is labeled more as Oi. Does she already have a job though? Yeah. And if they were to put her there, this would have been a perfect calligraphy or like an artist, right? But we already have like artist as in like music, artist as in like storytelling, artist as in like steam engineering. So like for Hokusai and them to not be here is making it also thinking that it might not be a daughter, like son and daughter event. I don't know, right? Because it's technically it is a dad and daughter event. Demeter and Persona is a mother and daughter event. So like, if you want to make that mother and daughter event connection, I got nothing besides Lartoria and Mordred, right? Like technically, while Lartoria is still considered as a male figure, she is technically a Lartoria more motherly figure in her Lancer form than her OG form. Is Asclepius and Nightingale will be on the same scene? Most likely. They kind of like to be in pair, right? Because remember, he's the doctor, she's the nurse, and that's important. There is a differentiation between a doctor and a nurse. And so for them to have a job as a doctor and job as a nurse might be the play here. It's always been about the kids, actually, Ashriel, because it's more about the like a lot of the children servants are being mentioned in this event a lot more than anything. To be perfectly honest, childlike servant event is definitely the focus here, for sure. But the problem is, it's not all child servant event, right? Like, for instance, Janta is a child servant. But if you click on the trait for child servant, not all child servants are here, right? Like the Aprilia girls aren't here. Edise is not here, but Voyager is there. Davinci, right? Adult Davinci not here. Who else? Kuro, yeah, obviously Kuro, right? No Erise, no Kuro. We have to figure out why the Aprilia girls aren't here and why specifically Edisit also is not here. And if you've noticed too that the theme is a lot more Greek variant, because there is a lot of Greek variant servants. But at the same time, they're all mixed with some shit. So, like, the most common denominator, right? The most common denominator is that there is a lot of children servants, and then there is a lot of children servants on top of quote unquote responsible adults that take care of children servants. You get what I mean? So, like, if you played FGO throughout the years, there are characters that plays FGO specifically that are known to take care of children, right? Like old man Mermatcher, right? Old man Mermatcher. Proto Arthur, like I said, is definitely kind of like the oddball in this fucking place. So he could be like, he could have a different form, or we're finally gonna get a buff for him in like 5 million years, or new costume or new something, because Jesus Christ, my boy needs love. Tomoe is kind of like your big sister, where she is she's a child in her variant, right? Because she's technically younger in her saber self, but more rambunctious, more out of hand, but still more playful, but more like a big sister type. Um, Kiyohime also tries to play the big sister, but she's technically is a child. Like everybody here is a child servant. Besides like the ones that I kind of like slash highlighted, right? Like I'll highlight him. Because certain uncommon, whether it's a male or whether it's a first ascension or third ascension, does make a little difference, but still, like he is still a child nonetheless. Like Shitonai is technically young Ilya, but at the same time, like Shitonai is kind of herself. Like she is definitely a big sister, older variant Ilya. So, and then you got your Konkun. Konkun can be both child and adult, or big brother. The triple B and the Hakuno female is definitely a offsetter for sure, right? Because these two brings you trauma to Summer 2 years ago with Summer Brilliant Experience, and which NA is going to experience the trauma of surprise event on top of surprise event with no welfare. I think that was the year where, yeah, I think NA is gonna be surprised this year that you're not gonna get a welfare. Did we get a welfare? I can't remember. Who was our summer welfare during experience? I don't think we had a welfare. Can't remember, chat. Brain brain non-existent. And the thing also too, by the way, thanks so much for the follow, Big Preach. The thing about it too is that there's no super bunny, right? In a place of possibility, in a place of possibility to become whatever you like, there is no alter ego Bunyan, which is very strange because that's definitely one of like the few characters you want to put as a like. There's some hiccups to some things, right? Because there's no variant of Bunyan. There is no Edise, which is a Lancer, and no Avenger Edise to kind of compensate it either. Why is Muramasa there? Because Muramasa is an old man, and he's a blacksmith, so he can be like a job clerk. Are we gonna get Holmes? No, Holmes. If there was Holmes, there should be a. There is no ruler in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So out of everything, we are missing a ruler, which is very interesting. I wonder what class Lavinia will be. Why would the Ilias will be rejected? Why would Ilias be ejected? Ilya and the others would be perfect. Unless they're planning to use them in summer, which they can definitely do. Like the also you got to come to the understanding too that like some of the summer servants should not be in this event unless they're not going to use it in this summer event. For instance, I can almost guarantee you that we're not going to see Summer Tomoe in the next event because she's in this event. We're probably not going to see Summer Ibuki in next event because we're going to see probably her model in this event. Right? Like these procedural theories of like what could happen definitely can be bottled down. Right? Where like Kiyohime Lancer, we might not see Kiyohime Lancer in the event, so we're probably going to see her here. Kama Avenger, we might not see Kama Avenger there, so like the reason why it's here. We might see Male Hakuno in the we might see Male Hakuno in the summer event, but not female Hakuno nor BB. Because Triple BB, right? Triple BB technically counts as Triple BB technically counts as a BB variant, but simultaneously she's not our BB. And the fact that we get a Summer Abby variant here on top, it's just so weird that Abigail is the only person that gets three the three well, I wouldn't say three treatment. It would be that she's the only one that got all of her bonus. It's almost as if kind of like semi-centered around her to a way. Because usually this upgrade won't come out till Christmas and this upgrade won't come out till summer, right? If it's just Abigail, if it's just Abigail, Abigail would just be herself. But because we are in an event of you being able to be whatever you like to become, there's multiple of herself here, right? And then like I've told you guys before, that in the manga, she did show her super form, which is an alternative possibility of herself, which like she turned into like a semi-form. Like I'm assuming if like this is like the perfect variant to bring her in kind of ordeal. And Lavania's story, and in a weird way Persenophone, right? Personify, their story doesn't really match up, but they're kind of like a perfect coincidence to kind of like mash each other together to become a variant. I don't know if you can understand that. Like it's a very convenient character to bring her in, right? Because it will be a child servant. B, simultaneously the super form technically shows her in her adult variant. And there is a quote unquote Lavinia like see an alternative form of herself kind of getting like historical pregnancy, right? So it would be very interesting how they're going to play this out. I'm hoping for Lavinia. The reason why I want her is because when she comes out, the Foreigner arc is nearby. Because Lavinia Whitley and what's his name? Was it Rudolph Carter? Yeah, him and Rudolph Carter, right? Her and Rudolph Carter coming into FGO finally kind of like announces the third arc / Foreigner arc to be in full transition is what I would like to say. Are we not getting no summer Tiamat? Well, this is technically not a summer event, right? And technically, even if Tiamat is a younger self, Tiamat can never consider to be a child. like Tiamat is a young version of herself, but Tiamat can never be considered as a child, as you can kind of see in the child servant tag, right? To be honest, I gotta make sure that she isn't a child. I'm pretty sure she isn't, but I definitely gotta make sure she doesn't have the tag. Yeah, as you can see, the like a lot of her variants are adults, so she probably doesn't have a child servant tag. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that there was no children tag in like her second form. Right. I'm just making sure. They might do second Junissa. Who's Junissa? Who's Junissa? Junis. Who's Junis? Wait, who's Junis? Junis. Junis. Who the fuck is Junis? Baby Crane? Oh, yeah. Miss Crane? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for sure. Miss Crane definitely can come into this event as well. She's definitely a high quality candidate for sure. But at the same time, you got to also understand she's already a servant. Like she's already an alter ego 4-star servant. And the problem is she's not in here, right? As a damage bonus. So technically her existence is not mattered in this event. Yeah, but that's why I was confused. Doing a second Junis is silly because the first Junis is perfectly fine. Like I don't know why you want another Junis Crane. That's quite silly. And simultaneously, she's not a child servant, right? Because Junis, aka Miss Crane, is a fully fledged adult. It's just that there is a younger version of herself. Just call her Lily. And also, notice that there is no Caster Medea Lily, right? Another child servant that's kind of like out of the loop. It would be more. I would have like hinted towards Greek if Lily Medea showed up. Just because that would have been another like questionable factor to be like, why is she here, right? Besides like the child gang. Do they have Baby Martha? Are you talking about Castor Martha? Castor Martha is not in the power list, right? She exists as a servant, but not as a power modifier, right? Like for instance, another child, like Ilya. Ilya is also not in the event's damage boost, which is very peculiar. I'm surprised that technically Izumi no Okuni is not a child, but she is kind of a Gouda variant, so I can understand not mixing Gouda, which also kind of entails that there's a chance that there is another Gouda coming. Because you haven't like even in a event before summer, there's not been a single Gouda servant that kind of been played out. Like besides Cha-Cha, right? But Cha-Cha's a child servant. It's live now. It'll probably take like when's the live stream? Live stream. It'll start at 8:45. So probably start in like 10 minutes. Yeah, it'll probably start in 15 minutes. So like while this is working, right? Like while this is happening, the live stream will technically start in 15 minutes. Because it's gonna start specifically at 45. If you've noticed right there, at 45. They like to showcase early in order to yeah, whatchamacallit, in order to merch chill a little bit, right? Are you guys excited for the anniversary this year for 11? I know I haven't been like super hyped about it just because I've been offline trying to survive. But there is a lot of 11th year Annie Rio art, right? Very cute, very kawaii, ne? So far, these guys are your costumes for the servants, for kind of like the quote unquote cutout cardboard and whatnot. So we finally got an anniversary servant CE for Proto Arthur again, which is awesome. But yeah, these are currently your variants, right? School clubs, school activities, etc., etc. Very cool, very niched, very wonderful all around. I believe these are all the student council variants. And then there's your max damage for 11th Annie shenanigans. There is a voice lineup. There is technically like a I wouldn't say ASMR, but just kind of like a live 2D voices, right? There's a special video. Yeah, there's 6 special videos and voices that you're going to be seeing, which is these characters. On top of that, you get to drink what they offer. So like essentially this is a live 2D cafe lineup, right? Where you get to enjoy the characters' voices, they serve you a drink, and then they give you a drink. You get to drink their special drink, and they give you a souvenir at the very end. Very cool. Very cool. Of course, this is I wouldn't say ASMR, but just kind of like a voice added experience. So remember when they whenever they added like those VODs, right? Whenever they added those VODs that you can buy tickets to go see, now they made it like more of a made or like a cafe style, which is pretty nice. Then you got your escape room with Waver and Alexander, which is pretty cool. And then currently, Aniplex is selling protective charms in FGO variants in their FGO clothing style, which is pretty OP to be honest with you. Because that is quite the that is quite the variant, I should say. Right. There's charms of every variant. Well, I wouldn't say every variant. Just 21 variant of them. So if you like any of them, you're more than welcome to purchase it, etc., etc. I think that's Jalter. Right. Each of them have each of the charm has the different charms. Like for instance, I think Percival is a charm for health. And then you've got your Dante for love charm. I think that's triple B. It's either BB or triple B for better turnabout and money. Then you've got your ruler Jannu, aka Metatron, for safe sleep, and longevity. And then you got Lilith for like not being sick. It's very like cleverly made, to be honest with you. Very cleverly made. So you got your male variants up top, and then you got your female variants at the bottom. There's Medusa. Medusi. Medusa. I like the Monte Cristo one. Yeah. Caught you off guard. Hey, thank you so much for understanding, friend. Big Priest, thanks for the prime zig zig. Salutations. Can we get some waves and loves in the chat dial? And a salute. Thank you, thank you. Big Priest, friend. Welcome back to the stream. The live stream will officially start at 45. So we got about less than 15 minutes. Finally, there was a loud ass bang. Oh, dude. Feels Batman. So there's a live 2D variant, which is the student council, and the how do they heroic spirit tea time, which will be done. Each individual requires 2 different tickets. It's funny because a lot of people are complaining that the venue is too small, and they wish to increase the size in Tokyo Dome. Last time they did that, they got hit with COVID, and they lost so much money. So a lot of people are hoping that Tokyo Dome is going to be the next year's thing. Unless they make a significant revenue this year, they're not going to be able to do Tokyo Dome ever again. Because Tokyo Dome created a major like loss in revenue and production time in FGO to the point that it probably almost broke them. Like the entire service shut down. That's kind of the reason why I think whatchamacallit had to whatchamacallit, but 6 years ago, anniversary 5, I think we were going to get Tokyo Dome, then we got hit with COVID. Damn, Mary Ann trying to be like the new 4-star. I'm going to need some water, no? Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, they've already started to advertise their things. Advertise their thing. Dang, 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 dang. Oh. Yeah, the problem is they're gonna try to hit me with a copyright strike 24/7. Feels good, man. But the live stream is almost on the way, Dio. How's the volume, guys, by the way? Can you guys hear it? Wait. Did you hear the background music? Or did you just the first time hearing the background music? Hold up. Hear what? Oh my god. Were you guys muted this whole fucking time, Dial? Yes? Dude. Bruh. Y'all should have fucking said something. I would have turned on the volume real quick, Dial. Brother. That's crazy style. I cannot believe y'all didn't fucking tell me. Did someone mention it? No, nobody fucking mentioned it. That's why there was no... I thought you guys had background music this whole time. You guys had zero background music this whole time. What the Sigma? Uh-oh, they're gonna advertise the music again. They're gonna advertise the music again. Oh, God. Oh! Block. Because I don't want copyright strike. Dio. Big Dio. Maybe we just wanted to hear your voice instead. Listen, while I do sincerely appreciate you saying such kind words, let's face reality here. People want background music while I'm yapping. Because whenever I yap till I make your ears bleed. I make sure that y'all listen to what I say. I thought it was intentional. Hell no, it was not intentional. I was jamming to the background music while I was talking. That redacted music was great though. It's true. I can't wait Highly recommend if you guys have not listened to FGO OST. Shit's fucking litty. Oh wow, legacy match. Interesting. Hey, today's Dino Crisis Day. Capcom officially acknowledged it, which is kind of impressive. All right, we got a live stream in about a minute, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm turning off the alerts. And here we go. I missed the live stream due to work? What do you mean? The live stream starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. It's FGO live translation time of the new event. Waiting for you at the end of spring and FGO Festival's additional news. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, here we go. Maybe I should mute my whole stream? Bro, I should probably mute you. Ban your ass so you don't get to see my stream. Huh? How about that, fuck boy? All right, we got Miss Kawasumi coming in hot.
FGO この番組はタイプムーンが送るあなたが英雄と歩む RPG フェイトグランドオーダーの最新情報をお届けする番組となっています。
If you don't know, she's just saying her usual thing. Apparently today she is the MC. Yeah, it's Miss Kawasumi. You know how it is. The voice actor of many. Artoria Ambon, Lady Avalon, etc. Kawasumi's like, wow, it's too loud. She's going to be busy for these couple of days. Oh yeah, I know. She has to go to NA right after this live stream. And then, it says, yeah, if you've noticed, it's a lot wider. It says, yeah, when the venue is a lot bigger, you want to just raise your voice louder. If you don't know, the voice actor of Caligula, Jillere, Spartacus. You know how it is. There's going to be a lot of news since it's a light version, right? Whenever they get lighter, the heavier the FGO news is. That's kind of been the meme. Make sure you guys repost before Miss Kawasumi starts getting angry at you. So the more you guys repost, at 70,000 we'll be able to get 14. So make sure you do so. Yeah, because it's Demeter. Yeah, Demeter's second ascension. You get Gray and Olga-chan. That's my goat. That is. It's all of our goat. I like how Miss Costume is explaining to repost your tweet.
リポストするんでしょ
She's explaining retweeting by how to retweet.
そういうことです。
まあ私はリツイートも知らないんですけど、
はい
要は、
はい
番組がやったやつを、
はい
なんかポチッとすればいいんですよ
そう
ね。
いうことなんです。
だからぜひ皆さん
So Miss Kasumi, the voice actor of, you know,
嬉しいな。
Artoria, is specifically saying, hey, why don't you click on that retweet button so we can get free sync words. So first and foremost, we're gonna get information. So we're gonna get Mr. Kanazawa, aka Mr. Quick, and Buster Ishikawa. Hey, Mr. They're so far. Hey, I like they're a lot further than their usual selves, which is very interesting. But if you don't know, that's marketing director Buster Ishikawa and then Aniplex representative Mr. Kanazawa the Quick.
宣伝を担当しておりますアニプレックスの金沢です。どうぞ皆様リポストの方も。
They're purposefully making their voice loud because the venue, like they were joking around, the venue is so big that you want to raise your voice, and it kind of dragged everybody into this joke.
モニターがすごい大きいモニターがねござい
これ
まして。
何インチですかこれ。
He says, how many inches is this TV? That's insane.
そんなね感じがしますよね。
お客様は見やすいと思うんですけどね。
So yeah, I think the customers and the people that wants to watch this, it makes it easier for us to see. So really nice.
入れてるわけじゃないんでね。
Yeah, they're specifically saying that this is not a green screen.
本物のねモニターになってますよ。
This is a real monitor.
はいなので今日ちょっと広めなので大きめの声でいつも以上にねちょっとやって
It's a nice Hawaiian shirt. True.
はいではまず最初に私の方からですねいろいろご紹
So
介
first and foremost, we're gonna get FGO merch. So get ready.
海の家コラボの情報です。
They're gonna be talking about the Sea House and the Sweets Paradise. So Sweets Paradise is in the cities, and in the Sea House is more on the beach side. So that's why they've got like the fashion sense to the left and then the beach clothing into the right. So right now, I believe one of the the Seaside store is open. Which I think I retweeted. If not, I like. But there are the collaboration info that'll be more updated into FGO main, so make sure you guys follow that Twitter. They will have a special site, which they'll probably retweet soon. Simultaneously, they've got FGO original soundtrack volume 8 is finally here, right? So by the way, this concludes FGO season 2 OST. It's pretty lit. It's got Let the New You, Prove, and Echoes and Resonate. It's pretty awesome.
竹内隆さんの書き下ろし両面使用ジャケットということでそちらが男性
Yeah, if you flip it around, it's male pro tag and female pro tag, so it's pretty awesome.
ご自身ねプレイされている方をちょっとねよく見ながらというところをね飾っていただければと思っております。そして本日よりですねリアルサウンドにてですね羽賀啓太さんのインタビューの方も掲載が始まっておりますので
They also have a real sound.
続いてはこちらです。
They've got an interview section too, which is pretty cool. At the same time, we got Miss Sakamoto Maya, right? Our GOAT when it comes to you know, the songs for FGO. All her sounds, right? All her songs plus CD plus DVD. Every single song, including including the songs that was told during like the movies too, are all in that CD. So if you guys want to buy it. Fake Grand Order, the Stargazing venue, aka museum for FGO, for like starting all the way to end of season 2. It's available now, starting from July 17th to September 14th. It's essentially a museum that you can kind of see everything about FGO, which is pretty cool. So there's an opening theater that you'll be able to see. It is a new animation and original works created by Cloverworks. So opening theater is a new visual that will be shown in the museum. So museum exclusive new animation will be seen there if you guys are interested. That's pretty fucking awesome because you see the very beginning at the bottom, you see season 2, and then on the right is LB6.
まずはですね、イベントストーリー
So they've got the venue for event story.
柱を突き破ってフォークが出てきてる。
So there's a Fokun busting through the pillar.
すごい造形もですね、いろいろチェックしてるんですけど。
Around the entire venue, there is a specifically like story related items, story related like data, etc. Pretty cool. It says, yeah, they've added additional things added from the last time. Like Goudas. Yeah, they've added additional Goudas into the surrounding venue as a whatchamacallit. Because they're adding things little by little into their previews just so they can just kind of make it look pretty. Obviously, there's a lot more insight, right, in venue, but they're just kind of add more flares to it. So you'll see more of these guys kind of float about in the event area. Simultaneously, there is the stand panel for Karude's journey, where you kind of get to be on the storm border. Storm border with Holmes, Shion, Nemo, and then the Nemo Marines. So last time they've only shown Shion and Nemo. Now they've added Sherlock Holmes and Nemo Marine. And yeah, they specifically put Nemo Marines that will tug your heartstring for sure, because it's that, I'm pretty sure it's that Nemo Marine. And then you got your Holmes. And then you got your Dr. Da Vinci and Fokun on the Season 1 panel.
はい、という風になっております。はい、続いてのエリアも見ていきましょう。続いてのパースはこちらです。はい、こちらですね、初公開となります。
This is gonna be the first time showing.
第2部の中で
This is the protagonist, the A-team protagonist's portrait site, where you get to see their craft essence and a little bit of wordings up top.
こちらもですね、ちょっと今日はご紹介させていただきたいと思います。はい、こちらでございます。
That's pretty awesome. I like that. So all crypters have been drawn into the museum as an original. A new art has been added. Yeah, Miss Kasumi is sad because you know, everybody's back is turned on you. It's almost like they've left us. So like it's really wholesome.
背中で語ってくれましたよね、みんなね。いや、すいません、私すぐそういうモードになってすいません。
This is, I'm so sorry. Miss Kasumi is getting emotional because, you know, season 2 ended. I get it.
まだまだございます。続いてのパース見ていきましょう。こちらです。はい、こちらはですね、このカルデアの旅の中でストームボーダーの立体造形を作らせていただ
So
き
they made a real storm border. That's pretty awesome.
プロジェクションで映して
They made a lot of, yeah, they made a projection that kind of like imitates the storm borders and its journey it went through. So this one is the example of the quote unquote, the journey to LB7, right? Getting hit by the green giant.
はい、続いてはこちらです。はい、こちらカルデアの
Ooh, Mash Paladin life-size model.
マッシュパラディーンの等身大立
Everybody's not looking back though. He's specifically looking at you. Well, you know what they meant.
はい、ぜひね、
Technically, everybody turned their back on us because, you know, they're leaving us.
撮れるエリアとなっておりますので、ぜひね、
写真撮っ
はい、ここは写真撮っていただき
It says, yeah, you can take a picture of Mash in her life-size paladin
続いて
form.
はこちらです。はい、こちら先日ですね公開しておりましたグランドクラスの間にですね、
The House of the Grands. The House of the Grands panel is now been officially notified of every class.
書き下ろしの方をですねご紹介して
Damn! Everybody's got a Grand Class new portrait. That's pretty awesome.
はい
So the saber, Sigurd is a saber, Bob Unchi as an archer, and Lartoria as a lancer.
いや、もう本当
Pretty awesome. Everybody's wearing their appropriate crown.
作家の皆様に書いていただいております。はい。じゃあ続いてのところも行ってみましょう。こちらです。はい。
Next one is Shuten. Next up is Merlin. Next up is Lilith. That's pretty nice. Yeah, these are all the quote unquote.
何このマーリン
Miss Costume is like, what is this Merlin?
パンをか ぶせようとしてるじゃないですか。
He's like, he's trying to put a crown on you instead of putting a crown on him.
ひどい。
He's like, how dare he? He's cheating on me.
素敵ですね。
That's
みんな
funny.
ねはい。
Because, you know, voice actor of Artoria.
はい。
So there's Jolter, there's Triple BB, and then there's Abigail. Damn, the fact that they did Jolter is very nice. I like the. It's a shame that they used BB Moon. I was hoping for an OG BB, but they went for Triple BB, and then you got your Abigail, busting Abigail. Is everybody getting a new grand art? No, they're not getting a new grand art, which they should, in my honest opinion. But
すいませんでした。
this is museum exclusive grand
チ
art.
ョイスなんですね。
The museum person created grand art servants, and they have chosen their grands. So you got your Oberon. I do like he has a pretender crown of himself, and then you've got a Erushkagul. Very cool. I like that.
これボーティガンが普通のオベロンを
そうですね。
抱えてる？
ちょっと抱えていらっしゃる。
すごい。これ海野先生ってきっとすごい意味があって書かれてますよね。
It's pretty nice. They should just use these. I mean, I agree, but this is just a museum exclusive, right? Lasengo definitely influenced on the choices, most likely, right? But you also gotta understand that you can buy these portraits on sale after you get to the merch shop of this museum. Obviously, so. Simultaneously, you can join with a voice guide of Stargazer and Grand Journey is definitely available. Oh, wow, okay. So paying about additional $10, you get to have a voice guide with you. That's pretty awesome. And it's like different voice actors like Miss Kawasumi, voice. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's app provided. So yeah, it is an application you have to download, and once you download the application, you get to hear a voice guide while going into this museum of different different voices. Like if you go to the Stargazer, if you go to the Stargazer variant, Mash and the other people will be talking about it. Like Mash, Leonardo, Nemo, Grand Journey, it'll be Mash, Miss Kawasumi, Gordolph, Leonardo da Vinci, and Sherlock Holmes. That's pretty cool. So like the Grand Journey is season 1, so you've got like the OG people kind of talking about it with Godorov Mujiku kind of be on the side, and then Stargazer's a lot more season 2-esque, so you've got many people talking about it.
はい、こちらの方はですね、会場の方で、ご購入いただいて、ロケットオンというですね、ちょっとアプリを入れていただく形にはなるんですけれども、こちらの方でご利用いただけますので、ぜひね、皆様展示見ながらこのボイス。
So yeah, it's essentially the voice guide is located in Locatone. You just have to pay $10.
そうなんですよ。私と桜井さんはそのキャラではなく、本当こう。
Yeah, Miss Kasumi is explaining that she's explaining the museum not as a character, but as a Miss Kasumi explaining the museum's visuals and etc. and the journey they've been through, which is pretty cool.
サーバントのバトルとかフォーグであったりとか、マップとか背景とかキャラクターデザインとかいろんなもう結構多岐にわたっているので、統一のキャラクターとかサーバントというよりは、ナレーションという形で、お願いした方が良いかなというところになっておりますので。
私も読んでて。初めて知る情報がありました。
It says, yeah, Miss Kasumi learned many new things while recording the voices for the museum guide, how it was made, how it was like found, how it was located, and how they came to this like conclusion answer, etc. So merch, obviously, every museum has their merch. So make sure you guys buy it to support their museum. You've got your mug, you got your shield, you got your cam badges, you get your tapestries, and then you got your museum of MASH being kawaii.
入っているものがいたりとか、
そうですね。
はいこういった
土田
ものも
先生の絵とあとリオ先生の絵と、
はい
なんかもう本当にもういろんな FGO
いろんな
が
FGO をね、
はい
楽しんでいただけるグッズ。
So yeah, you get to see a lot of different FGO art style, right? With Rio or Miss Tsuchida, and then you got the
で
cryptors.
すね、事後通販の方も行いますので、会場来れないよという方もぜひね、事後通販のご利用いただければなと思っております。そして事後通販にてですね、こちらもございます。はい、事後通販にて
Ooh, Cosmos and the Lost Belt Memorial Book.
コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルトメモリアルブックの発売が決定いたしました。竹内隆さんをはじめですね、多数のクリエイターやスタッフの皆様の寄稿を掲載するというところになっておりまして、こちらの本ですね、会場にお越しいただいた方には、事後通販で注文時に使える特典シリアルコードをお渡しさせていただきますので、
Oh my god.
こちらのシリアルコードを入れて
Dude, Memorial Book is going to be such a rare FGO like info. Because if you don't know, Memorial Book is practically like all the craft, like all the creators, including like Takeuchi and Nasu, and like kind of like all the staff's kind of conglomerated like memories and throughout the things and kind of talk about their journey and whatnot. So it's like a mini memoir, little mini memoir that is serialized, meaning that it is super limited. At the same time, they are doing a collab, cafe collab with the same building. If you ordered anything and mentioned the museum, you get an original coaster with MASH on it. That's pretty cool.
失礼しました。続いてはチケットの最後のおさらい。
So there is a ticket. There it is.
はい、現在一般
So if you guys don't know, like I said, the guide, the voice guide is about $10. The ticket venue is about $65, and regular venue, a regular ticket, because you've got your ticket with merch and then just a ticket. Ticket's $35. Ticket with merch is $65. But that's pre-order. On the day of and forward, it's the $68 and $38. Understand that if you pre-order, you get a bookmarker, you get a bookmarker, and then like a tiny little card. Simultaneously, there is an A5 size card of a certain servant at random out of 14. The first week all the way to the 7th week, it's been exclusive. You also would get a visitor bookmark that has 12 variants at random.
はい、そして、続いて英語サイズカードはこちらです。はい、先ほどもご覧いただきました。
And if you buy the merch version, you get one of the A5 size card of the Grand Servants at random.
そうですね、こちらの方に特典のちょっと見本をお持ちしておりますので、
はい
川澄さんと鶴岡さんにちょっとこちらの方ねご紹介いただきたいと思います。
はい。鶴岡さんの方が
はい。
ブック
こちらが
マーカー。
ブックマーカーですね。
はい。
はい。
はい、
先ほどのクリプタン。
I like the bookmarkers. That's pretty
背中
cool.
越しの。
背中越しのをねちょっとね楽しんでいただけるといい
そして
ですね。
私のこの英語のカードはですね、なんとこんなにわかりますか？
Oh, it's shiny! What
カード
the?
がしてあって本当に
That's so cool.
はい、豪華なんですよね。
すげ
はい、ぜひ皆さんご来場いただきま
はい、
して。
こちらの方がねちょっとランダムで申し訳あり
はい
ません。。
ランダムで申し訳
Yeah, I like how Mr. Kanazawa is just like, I'm sorry. We do apologize in advance that it is going to be random and that it will cause inconvenience for a lot of people. Mr. Miss Costume's like, Mr. Kanazawa, like you shouldn't be apologizing before even it's coming out, but you know that accident's going to occur. So.
はい。まあそもそもこの52階って結構広いですからね。はい、会場もね。
And then it says, yeah, they use the entire 52 floor as a museum, so that's a really big deal. And if you want to support FGO and buy these cool merches, make sure you head on over there.
はい、
It's 100% intended for you to put it in a frame. Oh, 100%.
を引き続きご確認いただければと思います。
Slab it and send it to PSA. Jeez.
はい、金沢さんありがとうございます。 そして続いては
So this concludes the merch news. Now it's FGO news. We gonna get Mr. 2. Oh, excuse me. We're not gonna get FGO news. It's gonna be FGO festival news, then FGO news. But we still got FGO festival, so get ready. So obviously it's going to start in August 1st and August 2nd. He's busting out the main visual once again. I think this is the first time Miss Kawasumi sees this. He says there's 12 servants. It says, I like how Alter is being chilling, right? Enjoying herself with that Karudea Choco Frappe. Is it Teach looks like wearing a student uniform? Is he a student or a teacher? It says, yeah, you can definitely see the color variants from like good and evil, kind of technically to an extent. Because the good ones wear the white, like lighter color versus evil wears like a more redder one, and then the neutral's gray. So yeah, they're just kind of overviewing, kind of re-talking about what's happening in the FGO festival. Blackbeard look good in that suit? True. We should have a costume for it. We should have another costume. More costume, please, for more servants. So yeah, if you guys don't know, these guys will have a 2D bi-null, which means that 2D slash area ASMR, that you can pay money to specifically listen to them. A special card will be received. Oh shit, look at that. It says, yeah, this year as well, they're giving you a special card for participating in this event. So that's the backside on your right. Luhi's pretty adorable. I do agree. So yeah. Nice. So here is the activity club. This is where they play like IRL games, right? Remember, there's a lot of video games that you saw back then. So Mr. Kanazawa and I, aka Buster Ishikawa, practiced this video game. See, every game's difficult. It's not easy, but it's not like difficult, but it's nice. And it says, yeah, you definitely... So yeah, they're saying that like the archery game needs... So yeah, it means that it's easy for me, huh? Says the Arash VA. It says, yeah, I'm not Stellaing the game. Yeah, everybody's gonna look at the stars and see a rash go off. It's not that type of the game. Pretty good. Are we getting games, game news later? We are very soon. Just hold on tight. It's like, you can yell Stella, but just don't blow up while playing the game, please. So you've got a new portrait, which is the basketball club Burrito Mart. Burrito Mart, tall legs, you know, double haired up. So we got a new art of Burrito Mart, Big Booba. We've got an additional art for the activity club. It is, I believe, Castoria? Yeah, Artoria, Castor, Berserker. And then you got your gangs. So you got the relay with the bread snackage. You got the Raikos. You got Iskandar. You got Waver. Very cute. That was with an undershirt and a binder. Yes, sir. She ballin'.
サメ部
There is the culture club.
サメ部ちょっと収録的なものをしたんですけど
It says when it comes to the shark, shark stuff, I did some recording.
全くわけがわかんない
It says I had no clue what was going on. I was told to do some things and I had no clue what was happening. Yeah, I did something in that club, the shark club, but I just don't understand what I was told to record.
はい
So here is a Gilgamesh caster, or aka Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is a teacher in this festival, as you can see. Yo, doesn't he look like Gakuto? Bruh, he looks like Onimusha. That's pretty awesome.
いいですね
So Gilgamesh.
はい
We do have an image art for the culture club, aka, Kawaii Club. I think it's Kazra Drop, Elizabeth Crowe, and
はいかわいい
Black Snake. Black Snake Princess.
まだまだあるんですよ。クラス展示エリアから今度はですね、英霊喫茶カルデアの紹介です。
Very cute, very cute.
はい、
So we do have a heroic spirit cafe, Cardea. You can feel the cafe experience. If you guys don't know, it's the same thing as like voicing, but at the same time you get to drink their drink and
こちらでですね、グループで、
so yeah, you guys will be sitting in a group of the said servants, and then you'll be sitting around the table, and everybody will listen to the servants. They will serve their drinks, and then you get to drink their served drinks and enjoy their voice, and you get a quote-unquote souvenir afterward. So you got Aurora Maryland soda, Aurora lemonade, and Aurora strawberry tea. That's crazy.
こちらも1000円となっております。
お得
By the way, it's $10. So you either listen to your favorite character for 1,000 yen, which is about $10, or you get the cafe experience for another $10.
ちゃんと安心して飲めるオーロラです
It's don't worry, it's an Aurora that you can drink. It is not crazy Aurora. It's not insane. Just letting you know, there is no Aurora showing up anywhere, somehow, some way. It's just a drink name. It is not threatening.
こちらをお願いします。はい、スリラーナイト教室ということで。
So we got a thriller night.
こちらもですね、書き下ろしサーバント。
So this is like a horror house.
こちら
Thriller night classroom, which is a horror house. Here's another visual, which is ass clapping cheeks. And his bloody
こちらです
doctor.
ね、クラス展示エリアのイメージアートもこちらも初公開となります。どうぞ。
So here's the picture of the horror house slash maid house.
レシキガル、コマ姫、孫一、メデューサセイバーということでもう
Medusa, Saber, Magoichi, Ereshkigal, and Riku.
そうですよね。多分ねこのイラストが一番なんか
Then you got Tamamo Cat.
出てる
That's very cute.
感じのイラストになってます。はい
New Psycho art drop? Pretty much.
続いてメモリアルホールの紹介です。はい、お父さんサーバントがね、インドラ
Then you got your dad servant.
そのような形で
You got your memorial hall, which will have substages, talk events, and cosplayer stage.
サーバントがおりまして、こちら
Simultaneously, Indra will give you a challenge quest, which is the the most damage. This will be your quote-unquote, "Hey, Nusei Shogun art drop, let's go!" That's what I like to see, baby.
はい
Nusei Shogun drop.
になっております。
Alert, alert. New Miska drop. Let's go.
どうぞ。
And then here's the variant for the memorial art. Very kawaii name, very, very cool. Cool people being cool.
かっこいい
めちゃくちゃかっこいいですよね。
はいそう抑えますね
Mika Pizako color popping on. Yes,
あ
sir.
りがとうございます。そのようにお願いしており
New
ます。
Mika drop.
さすがです
もう女性のお客さんもフェスめちゃくちゃいっぱいいらっしゃ
It says here, we want to make sure that we cater towards the female audience as much as the male audience. Because we know.
思っております。そして
お水飲んでくださいお水
すごいね。
すごい今日ね情報たくさん
It says, yeah, I apologies. I'm talking a lot, so I kind of got caught there.
すいませんなんか
まだ
休憩挟んでいただいて
行ってないでしたねまだ行ってないでした 行ってないって。
まだ行ってない。
はい、もうこんなね。
Yeah, make sure you guys retweet. We gotta retweet, chat. Retweet your event. Retweet your post. Make sure you guys retweet so you can get Sankort.
まだまだあるんですよ皆さん。
Yeah, we got more news, so buckle down.
メモリアルホールがですねチャレンジクエストがありましてそちらのご紹介させてください。
So they're gonna be talking about the quick challenge quest event.
今回も
It's gonna be the highest damage that you can dish out.
で最大ダメージになっておりますが、クエストは今回特別版ということで、限定のものを用意する予定です。
Oh, interesting. It's gonna be a original quest that'll be set up on that day, so people can't prepare for it. That's pretty lit, actually. Thinking on the spot to create highest damage. It's pretty good. Simultaneously, this year, 2026 design, you're gonna get a serial implant. Meaning that this master license card will be officially serialized.
普段チャレクエとかね参加されてない方でもぜひこのタイミングに参加してほしいな。
So the master license card will be officially number serialized. That's pretty cool.
シリアルナンバーも初の試みということで。
自分だけですもんね。
そうですね。オリジナルの番号が入りますんで。はい。
It's gonna be DPS, Crane, Kuro, Oberon. Anyways, you can't do anything within. I think you only have like 4 turns max, so you can't do one of them. Simultaneously, there is going to be another escape room this year. Once again, it's Elemeloid Second and Alexander's 7 Mystery of the School's Escape. Escape from the 7 mysteries of the school. So there is a full voice by those two. And you'll have a, it's an escape room with line app usage. It's pretty lit.
満を持してという形になりますんで、今日はですねこの中で脱出のイメージアートをご紹介させてください。こちらです。どうぞ。
The last image art, here it is. Oh, it's mashed with Gurako and Ritsuka being chillin' with Alexander and Waver. Very kawaii art, yeah. Made by Nardak. Very good. Those people who cleared the escape room will get this card as a postcard for free. I love the Gurako reaction. Yeah. Yeah, I finally finished my part, guys. Yeah, we were dashing, but it's back to Mr. Kanazawa again.
まずは出展ブースのご紹介になります。こちらです。はい、今年はですね、Fate Project.
So here's Fate Project in Type Moon area. These guys are the booth that'll be showing up this year. We got the Aniplex, Shanghai, Alger known project, Kadokawa, Witch on the Holy Night, Koei Tecmo, Butler Glasses, Eye Mirror, Seikasha, Bandai Spirits, Club Kadodia FGO radio station, and FGO Stargaze Museum. Here's more merch, exclusive Fest Merch Inc. Official goods lineup will be officially be told. Most of these will be shown. A more 11th anniversary album is being planned for all the illustrations. Image arts will be inserted as a memorial book. Other than that, they've got like the fans, they got the mini lockers, they got the Shinsengumi plushies, and Passion Lip Clear. Like a small bag to put stuff in. It's a mini locker. What's a mini locker? Is it? We've created a mini locker for you guys to insert and put your plushies that you might have purchased quite a lot on. So it's kind of like a storage device for your mini plushies to bring home or store when you get at home. So yeah, I remember surprising people from a locker. Like I got into like a big old locker at one point, and I surprised somebody in real life at one point saying, "Surprise!" It worked out. It's a mini locker, so I don't think you can pull that off, sir. It's not 270 inches. Yeah. It's like, damn, that's tall enough that I can fit a person and a half in there. It's 27 inches. It's 27 inches. I can put whatever I like, right? It's not just plushie exclusive? Yes, yes, yes. We intended for plushie usage storage, but it can be anything that you want.
はい、こちらのですね、グッズラインナップ、全体ラインナップはこの後ですね。
$200 for FGO glasses. You would be surprised. Some of the FGO glass designs are pretty lit, especially from the Butler Mirror. Butler Mirror knows how to collab with other IPs. There will be a cosplayer slash individual cosplayer participations. There's some closets and cloak and a dress room. Whoa!
更衣室の方もご用意しております。こちらのお時間でですね、利用いただけますので、ぜひぜひ皆さんのコスプレの方もね、楽しんでいただければなというふうに思っております。はい。
Yeah, the cosplay usage room is about $10. Online message flag will be back once at again. It's going to start at July 27th and end at August 3rd. It's such a shame. I really wish the July shit would start early. It would be on like July 20th. That'd be so nice. But
はい、現在ですね、チケットの先行抽選の方申し込みが終わりまして、この後ですね、
Actually looks quite cute. I hope it's well made. Same. I hope it's a little big so you can store your stuff.
そしてファストチケットという申し込みが始まってまいります。こちらの方は当選された方を対象にというふうになりますので、ぜひ当選された方はですね、ご希望のチケットにお申し込みいただければなというふうに思っております。はい、そしてすみません、最後ですね、こちらです。最後と言っちゃって。
Last but not least, here is the Counterday FGO radio station. If you guys don't know, every Friday there will be an FGO news / FGO radio station. They will be talking more about FGO anniversary until the anniversary happens, and they'll be showing out more new images and informations later on.
いやもう本当に駆け抜けましたけどね。
でもまあ FGO 展とまあフェス。
This is it. Right now we've got the FGO Museum coming in hot, FGO Anniversary coming in hot, on top of FGO collab stuff. And then yeah, they're talking about FGO Anniversary will be they'll be there too. So. This is it. How are you going to be enjoying this year's FGO festival? It's yeah, I just kind of like participated in like yeah, I'll be in the Battle of the Knowledge. So he's gonna be in the quiz trivia portion of the FGO, so it's pretty lit.
これからの続報もお楽しみにお待ちください。ということで以上 FGO フェス26
I'll probably cover a video about it on Sunday on like the venue for August 1st and August 2nd. I will be live streaming the entire venue and live translating it as always, so make sure you guys retweet. Miss Kawasumi is pissed. She wants a retweet. Make sure you retweet so we can get 14 Saint Courts chat. So make sure you guys retweet to support her stream. This is yeah, the more you retweet, the more Saint Courts we can get. So make sure you guys support. Of course, they helped us. It's only natural that we should. That's right. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Not only my stream, but the tweet post as well.
お願いします。よろしくお願いします。あとちょっとなんです。あとちょっとなんです。お願いします。はい。ということでそれでは次のコーナーに行ってみましょう。ゲーム最新情報ライトバー。
Alright, now it's FGO News light version.
はい。ここでゲストを紹介したいと思います。
So we're gonna get Mr. 2, the legend,
フェイトグランドオーダー開発
the Lord.
野屋敷さんです。
はい、皆さんこんばんは。
Damn, he got that fresh cut.
開発ディレクターの金沢良樹です。
今第2部って言いそうになりました。
内緒です。
He said he almost says yeah, Arc 2 director. He's the game director now. He's officially game director. He's no longer Arc 2 director. It says yeah, Mr. 2 got big news. So let's get this started, shall we? Oh, he looking fine, dude. As always, my boy looking fresh. Oh, and he got that glass on. Jeez, he got that intellect up. So he's gonna be talking about the campaign that's already been working on at the moment here. which, you know, double AP, half AP, you know, double suck, super suck, yada, yada, yada. You know how it is, chat. Make sure you guys log in. Make sure you guys update your game, too, because in about 45 minutes, we're going to get the FGO. So get your butt ready. Will you call him differently, or Mr. 2 as always? I'm going to call him Mr. 2, because he's my Mr. 2, you know what I'm saying? But I will title him differently. He is a game director, but I will also always call him Mr. 2, because it's just that easy, right? Or I'll call his name by Mr. Director, right? Mr. Game Dev.
いやもういやなんかもう私はちょっとこう今パスとカルデアを一生懸命やってるんです。
Right now, his costume is tackling past Cardea.
アフタータイムの。
アフタートークじゃない。
Is it after talking? Sorry, it's after time. You have to be after time in order to get through this event, correct?
あのクリアの方が。
By the way, you can do a free quest without passing the main story. So, if you guys haven't made it to end of season 2, you can still do this event. I'm assuming it was a lotto, but it could just be another board game. But they're going to be talking about the event logo right now. Here we go on the screen. This is at the end of spring. I wait for you. Persephone, right? Persephone is being smelled at. I'm hoping it's Lavania, so that Abigail can get her bro, aka Gotti. Oh, it's written by the person who made Lord Elimeloid II. Okay, so we're cooking. The story is cooking. If you enjoyed Elimeloid II, Adventure and the Case Files, same writer. So this scenario is created by the legend himself. So we're going to be telling you a quick prologue. Mr. Tsuruoka, if you could read it for me real quick.
Welcome to Cardenia. 新しい得意点でマスターたちを出迎えたのは
So yeah, he's reading the prologue right now. TRDR, we got a new singularity called the Butler of Cardenia waiting for us. It's a place of an amusement park where you can practice internship of your dreams and become you that wants to be. But you can't forget that not everybody can be the one that they dreamed or wished for. This is a if story that occurs in many locations, a story that led to a spring story. Is that the VA of Arash? That is the VA of Arash. So it's a Kidzania, which is a internship amusement park, like for kids, right? Fun stuff. Is it Only Land 2.0? It could be an Only Land 2.0. It will most likely be a board game variant, most likely. But we've got more. Mr. 2, aka Mr. Yoshiki, is going to show us more. So here's a quick view. Yo, why is he a ghosty goo? Who's that? Oh, it's fucking Gray. Wait, it's Gray. Why is Gray such a child? Bruh. Gray is a child now. I believe that'll be Olga. Yep, Olga Murray. So Olga... They used the child Olga Murray sprite. That's so cute. Oh my god, she still can dish out damage. Hold up. So it's Baby Gray, Baby Olga Murray. Okay. 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 Oh, Demeter, third ascension. Demeter, third ascension has been spotted. So there's the butler of Cardenia. Cardenia. Welcome to Cardenia. Okay. Okay. So this could be Persephone. for sure. Was that Arthur? It was Arthur and Lartoria. So this will be very interesting. Was that ad plushie? It was an ad plushie.
いかがでしたでしょうか。
This is how'd you guys like it?
なんかお子様のための
It's yeah, this felt like a child amusement park. That was very cool.
のねなんでもない。はい。
This is all that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I don't know.
はい。ちょっといろいろなんだろう。
Yeah, we're most likely gonna get a welfare that is a butler servant, which was a interesting variant, and a 5-star Persenophone, most likely. They were so tiny, it was so cute. It was very cute.
メンバーとサンダさんっていうことでなんか。
Yeah, with these members and a scenario written by Mr. Sanda is kind of getting me mixed feelings. It's yeah, a lot of theories, a lot of mixing.
選びながら。
Yeah, so the quote-unquote the Valentine's Day continuation event will occur here
今回ですね。
because we just witnessed Third Ascension Demeter.
配布サーバントが。
We do have a welfare servant that we want to introduce you. So here it is.
ということで早速ではございますが、紹介映像もありますのでご覧いただければ。
So here's our welfare chat.
ください。どうぞ。
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It should be that plushy butler. Unless we get a little gray. Oh, it is a welfare gray. Okay, so we get a welfare gray. That's very cute. Saber Gray Lily. Okay, okay. 4-star Saber Gray Lily. Oh, dude, it's a Caliburn ad into Excalibur. It should be Rungo Mini ad. Excalibur logos. Interesting. I mean, ad is technically Rungo Mini ad, so treating it as Excalibur is understandable. So is this Gray's alternative ascension? Gray Lily. Wait, what is happening? Gray Lily Saber? Gray Lily Lancer? There's 2 welfares? Is she able to change class? What's going on here? Rungo Miniad Echo. So Saber Lily and Saber Lily. So 2 Saber Lilies. One is a Lancer, one is a Saber. Are they oh, dude, they're trying to black and white us. They went for the choose one option. Oh no, it's choose one. Shit, they went Pokemon. It's just like the Valkyries. The 4-star Gray Lily is the welfare servant. Whether you choose the class of Saber or choose the class of Lancer is up to you. However, you can only have one after the finishing the main quest, which means that this event will have a rerun.
こちらそうですね。セーバーとランサーのグレーリリーとなっておりまして。
It's either A, it's gonna have a rerun, or you can only get the other variant in the Mana Prism shop.
若干やっぱり
Which makes sense, to be honest, because Mana Prism after this year would become obsolete if you've been playing since 2 years ago. So this event might not get a rerun, but Lily, Saber, or Lancer, which one you don't pick, might just end up in the Mana Prism shop, the Pure Prism shop later. So 2 different possibilities of gray.
ただいまご紹介しましたグレーリリーですけれども、イベント期間中ははい。
When evocation, yeah, evocation, they definitely can allow you to choose the other one. So it's just another reason to bring out evocations, which is great, right? Because now people who haven't able to get the other side of Gray Lily can get the Gray Lily. So you get the fancy Gray Lily. So that's why Arthur and Lartoria. That makes so much sense now. Okay, so Arthur for the Saber Gray Lily and Lartoria for the Lartoria Gray Lily. So it's going to be an event/event item. Oh, so it's just event item. Okay. So it's just an event item, chat. No points, no nothing. Are we getting a 5-star caster again? Interesting. Oh, nope, never mind. We got Karude point. We have Demeter Karude point. So it is a point ladder plus it's the usual. It's a point ladder. It's farm and point ladder.
これは普通に進めていくとこのポイントが貯まるってことですか？
I'll take Saber first. I highly recommend pick one that you don't have, right? Like if you don't have enough Saber, you can pick a Saber here. If you don't have enough Lancer, pick a Lancer here. Right? So you'll get both in due time. They do have a prologue. They have a prologue to show you, so there it is.
今回のイベントならではの遊び方があります。はい、次のスライドお願いします。はい、好きな職業を選んで体験しようと職業体験クエストというのがあります。
So, intern experience quest. By clearing the intern experience quest, you will get a certain skill boosted. Oh, okay. So, like, the intern experience quest allows you to get additional buff to an extent, allowing you to get a new set skill.
はい、そしてこの職業体験クエストはクリアするごとに職業レベルが上がったりですね。
The more you clear those quests, you can increase the level of it. If you did not pick a certain job, a certain intern quest, you can still do it after you clear the event.
職業体験クエストをクリアすると、さらにですね、職業に応じたフリークエストが開放されます。
By doing okay, so by choosing your job, choosing your intern event, you get a free quest open that is specifically for that intern event. Interesting. Okay, okay. So in order for you to do specific, intern quests, you have to do that intern. The more you clear your free quest, you get a intern level up. By increasing your intern level up, you can also increase the amount of Karude point that you can receive. So essentially, you want to stick to one job as much as you can to get efficient point ladder to an extent. Kind of like a Typhon event. Not yes, but no.
そういうわけではないんですけど、いろんな種類の職業があります。はい。そちらをですね、体験していただいて、レベルもアップさせていただいて。
Just think of it as a point ladder event, but every intern job has a specific buff, and the more you level that job, the more efficient you'll collect points.
あります。これだけどうしてもなくてスキル上げられないとかあります。
Hope Chibi Gray will be an outfit? No, Chibi Gray is a fucking welfare. I don't think you're gonna get a Chibi Gray. I think you're gonna get a craft desk. Or there might be a skill that shows the animation.
はい、まずはですね、今回のイベントで確認
お得なイベント情報。
ガイナリストの紹介。
Oh, so there's some craft event, craft CE. So here is the 5-star CE Dream Pool. It's just a ball pit. Dream Pool, aka ball pit. It's your Con, Nursery Rhyme, and Eliza. It's increase your MP by 15%, MP gain by 10%, 50% charge startup. Child Servants gets a additional 10% damage. 200% damage. Oh, it's a damage CE. It's a damage CE that also boosts Child Servants by 10%. Here's your 5-star, 4-star, 3-star limited CE, which you got Linus and Gray, you've got Garatea, and William and Atarante. That's pretty cool. Dude, 5 stars against Ghost and MP gain by 20%. OC increased charge by 2. That's kind of insane. Here's your command codes. 3 code command codes. Star 1. Defense. Above. Debuff. So damage. Oh, Medusa's one is damage against petrified by 25%. 5% increase. 50% star concentration, deactivate defensive debuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. There is a costume. Please be Arthur. Please be Arthur. Costume. Costume. Come on. Uh-oh, Mr. 2 might have jumped the gun. Forgot to talk about the 5-star. Don't talk about the costume servant. We apologize. Costume servant does not exist. Hold. Wait. Costume is going to get put back. It'll come out later. So, strengthening quest will be added on Paris. Strengthening quest for Paris, allowing you to increase quick guard by 3 turns, and all his gimmicks. He says, "Oh my goodness, there's going to be a costume servant." Wow, I was like, "How'd you know that?" That's very impressive, very intuitive of you. So here is the costume servant. Here is a visual of it. How you doing, Steve? Demeter costume. Okay. Big titty mode, I see. I like that. Hell yeah, they brought her big titties out. Let's go. Demeter big titty mode. Yes. So yeah, if you don't know, this is what she looked like in Atlantis. And her costume is called Atlantis style. I like to call her the AKA Big Titty Mode. Yes. Because she shows her titties and legs. Yes, sir. And she doesn't wear panties. I mean, let's be honest. Do gods really wear panties? Sacrifice our glasses for cleavage? Yes. So we do have a 5-star servant. So here's our new servant chat. Here's our limited 5-star servants. Here we go. It should be personified, if not Lavania. It's either Lavania or Persephone. Who the fuck are you? Okay, okay. これは彼が案じて受け入れた罰。Huh? Oh, it's Hades! No, it's Ascarapos. 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 It's a variant of Hades. For sure. It's Ascarapos is definitely a variant of Hades. It's not the Greek Hades. Ascarapos. カラリアに現れた主要年の執事。もたらしながらそもそも。Can't wait for them to get modded into Slay Spire 2. True. And he's an alter ego, which means that he should have more than 2 divinity, if not a hard... Yeah, he's definitely an amalgamation servant. He's alter ego. Unless he's specifically weaved by something else entirely, he should have additional character inside of itself, like Shitonai. One of them should definitely be... No MP reveal? Nope, no MP reveal. It is a 5-star. It is a 5-star. It's probably MP reveal is plot relevant. Let's see. Black Munch. Yeah, it kind of feels refreshing for Alter Ego to come in. Who was our last, Is it an aspect of Hades? I'm pretty sure a portion of Hades is in there. It could be the child of Hades. Why is he a twink though? Because he's a butler. Butler needs to be a twink boy.
微妙に空いてるんですよ。
Because they technically need a boy servant now in order to compensate for the gargantuan amount of girl servants that we're gonna get this summer.
今度バーサロミュー役の
Is he going to be dealing with Demeter? It could be for sure.
この目隠れはどうなんだろう。はい。
Is it like Shitonai? Yes, it's gonna be like Shitonai. He definitely has more than one deity inside of him.
紹介したところでイベントボーナスを得られる
Last alter ego was Flora. Yeah, that shit was like 6 months ago, bro. So it does feel like it's been a while.
このようなね、イベントを
Ascalapos. Ascalapos. It has a Aztecian vibe, right? Like Tezcatlipoca?
ですね。なんか
Ascalapos.
みんなお子様かと思ったらそうでも。
はい、大人も
It should be like,
ね。はい。
I feel like it's an Archon
楽
variant.
しみです。
Charon?
そして続いての情報をお願いします。
はい、一通りイベント
Quick Google, he said he's an informant for Hades. Oh, that's even perfect. Yeah, if he's an informant for Hades, that's awesome. We're most likely gonna get like a Hades type variant servant in summer anyway, so. So here's a TV commercial. That's so kawaii, ne? So it's literally Gray Lily picking an option of black or white. That's actually very cool. That's actually very cool, where Gray Lily gets to choose her path.
ここにいなかった人もいましたよね。
まあそうですね。いやそうですね。はい。
へえ。
はい。
なるほど。
はい。
That was Okita for a second? I mean, it's a saber face. What do you expect?
黒さんずっとニコニコして
いえいえはい。
はい
怖いではないです。怖いではないです。はい。言えないだけです。
言えないだけですよね。
皆さん本当
そうですね。これからですもんね。こちら
I bet he's a husband material in Third Ascension. So it is a it is a 5-star. So yes, I sincerely believe his Third Ascension is most likely be a quote unquote zaddy, as Mega would tell him.
CM 楽曲の配信が決定しております。
Demeter should hate him because he'll bring bad news. I mean, what do you expect? He's an informant of hell. You know, he's a.
本日7月1日24時
That's pretty cool. Okay.
歌アスカ作詞
That's awesome.
ジャジンパーク西田圭樹作詞久保田慎吾栗原悟編曲久保田慎吾となっております。それでは、いよいよこのイベントが始まる日時を、発表お願いいたします。
はい、こちらの春の終わりに君を待つにつきましてはスライドお願いします。
Yeah, it should start right after this event. Yeah, we did get. Remember, chat. Every time there's a maintenance before a live stream, we're going to get the event right after the live stream. But please do understand that you do need to be the season 2 and extra.
アニメの主題歌も歌われる方ということでね、ここでもそんなつながりがあるので、ぜひ皆さんチェック
Who did the CE for this? It's the same people that the person who's singing it is the same person that sang Case File, and the same person. It's Asuka. It's the same people that did oh fuck, I can't remember what she did. She did a lot more FGO stuff, so it's pretty cool.
最新情報でした。はーい。ということで、早いものでエンディングの時間となりました。
It says time flies when you're having fun, guys. Make sure you guys retweet so we can get 14 Saint Chords.
ギュッとね。
圧縮された時間でしたね。
Please get 14 Saint Chords.
FGO 店とそして
I need 14 Saint Chords,
そして
brother.
もう今日から始まるイベントと、もう夏は FGO 満載でございますので、皆さん本当に FGO と共に夏を過ごしていただければと思います。
So essentially, we're digivolving our Gray Lily into a saber or a lancer. So we did reach 3 Saint Chords, 14 Saint Chords. Let's go.
14個ずつプレゼントとなりますので、本当に皆さんこの意思でね、ぜひイベントを楽しんでいただければと思います。はい、本日はカルデア放送局ライト版をお届けしましたが、まず鶴岡さんはいかがでしたでしょうか。
はい、もうなんかもう完全にこんな感じで浮かれてる感じではありますが、もうあっという間にね、フェスが来るんだっていうこと、それがやっぱり
Fest is right around the corner, chat.
僕の中では
Careful, America might help them reach their goal. Dude, they sure did. I appreciate that. I already retweeted. Good, good. We made the cut, so we got the 14. So yeah, make sure you guys enjoy the event and enjoy Cardenia.
はい、ありがとうございました。最後に加納さんから質
His Hawaiian shirt's pretty lit. Yeah, he's you know,
本
vibing.
日はご視聴いただきまして誠にありがとうございました。
So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Greatly appreciate it.
春の終わりに君を待つ、こちらのご紹介をさせていただきまして、この後すぐ開幕。
The event's gonna start right after this. There should be more.
先ほどの CM にあるようなね。
Yeah, there's a lot of more informants in this. Fun little events. Hope you guys enjoy. Not everything is gonna be fun, I should say, but for the most part, it's gonna be there's gonna be a very mellow part too. So hope you enjoy.
はい、そして本日はね、先ほど川澄さん、鶴岡さんからもありましたように FGO 展、そしてフェスと。早いですね。
It says yeah, FGO festival is right around the corner already. It's already been 8 months. Like it's so quick, and like we're already there. 11th anniversary is there. Like everybody remember 10th anniversary, Mr. Kano. So yeah, he was so like he's so excited. He's so good. He's still alive, you know. I'm glad that Mr. 2 aka Mr. Kano is still vibing for 11th anniversary and excited to push it forward.
フェスが結構印象深かったんですけれども、11周年もこうやって楽しい催しが皆さんと一緒にできることやっぱり本当に改めて嬉しいなって思いますし、私たちにとってもね、本当に8月は幕張で過ごすっていうのが本当に年中行事となっておりますので。
Does she start off as a chibi before the evolution? Most likely what it is that you won't get the servant until you beat the main quest. From what it says is you have to beat the main quest in order to get her. So I think you're going to not be able to use her until you make that final decision that she becomes a saber or a lancer.
3人で缶バッジ今日つけてたんですけど、缶バッジ配ったりとかもありますので。
So yeah, he'll be there, you know, giving out cam badges and whatnot as always every year. So being chillin'.
ちょっとね、ガチャになってますけど。
Are they gonna give us a banner for Demeter? Yes, they are most likely gonna give us a banner for Demeter again.
フェス、そして FGO 展並びに皆さんね、そちらもご来場いただければなと思います。はい、本日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。はい、本日ご紹介いただいた FGO の詳しい情報は公式 X や公式サイトなどをご覧ください。それではまたお会いしましょう。またね。
See you guys next time. Bye.
バイバイ。
Alright, that concludes the FGO live stream. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll stream one day eventually, so don't miss out on my YouTube. YouTube's will most likely where I'll be posting daily content. Daily shorts. I'll be posting daily shorts, but daily content is not 100% promised. Mostly weekly content. Most likely is going to be the case until further notice. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. All right, Chatterino Cappuccino. Our guesses were off, but we did get the right notion that it was a child variant focus, which is good. Now, this is very interesting because now it's, instead of focusing on Abigail, it actually focused hard on, Gray. Very interesting. Now, Gray has to pick either black or white. And individual, like if you've noticed, right, they definitely kind of portrayed individuals' aspect, which was pretty cool. Ascarapos. There's definitely more than that inside of him. Ascarapos is the child of Ares and Acheron's son. Acheron's son, and also the son of Ares. So it's most likely these two combined. I believe it's both of them combined. I think that's why it's an alter ego. Nimizuku kato suru. アスカルポテシアーデスにさらわれたペセルポネの種を貯めるものを無視証言した。そのため、それは1年の3分の1を冥界で暮らさなければな。デメテールは怒ってアスカルポネの上にお岩を置いた。後にヘラクレスがアクプラスと竹瀬が出した。デメテールはトラシの不吉な鳥耳ズクに変えた。オーインウドスはペルセプネがアスカルペルセポネがミミズクSo it turned into an owl. Oh my god. Isn't this owl variant close to Minerva? Music wa Fuyu no Monogatari. So a spring servant busting out the welfare of a servant welfare that turned it into a winter owl. We know Aries, obviously. But we're not talking about Aries as much as more towards Demet too. It's another variant. It's another variant of Trojan War, which is good. Another Trojan War character in our pockets. Oh man, Sebastian, pretty much. Yeah, I can definitely see why it's alter ego. They didn't pick one side of Ascara Raposu, right? They picked both sides. So by mixing both sides, they are technically still Greek. So it is very powerful enough for them to not intersect with a third one. Usually alter ego, you need about 3. Alter ego, you need about 3. One of the few exclusion was Cosmodrop, because that's kind of the reason why, like, a lot of the lore will tell you that Cosmodrop is the more inferior one, because she only has 2. But since we are talking about Greek gods, so I don't think there's a necessity to have 3. Ever since Flora, too, to an extent, ever since Flora, that 3-in-1 meta kind of been shattered. So I can definitely see how Flora had 2 versions of herself. He will be the better 5-star version that would have like a similar version like she does, but better. Persona changed him into an owl, though. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That means that if this character is gonna go play this year in winter, Persona Phone might be a Christmas servant. Who knows? Is the event starting soon? Yeah, make sure you guys reset your FGO. Event should already begin. The event should started by now. Usually, like I said, the event says it'll start right after this, so make sure you guys refresh your FGO. Event started. Excited to read the story. グレーに目を生えたもう一つの可能性。ババーンと聖剣できちゃうよ。グレーに芽生えたもう一つの可能性。はい。清掃も新しくなりました。So you got Gray Lily Saber, Gray Lily Lancer. It says you continue your main quest, and at one point you're gonna have to choose either Saber or Lancer. So you will be thrown into a decision that will permanently lock down one of your Gray Lily welfares into canonical one of the classes. Both grades are OP. I too as well. Hello, New Wonder. So this definitely could have a. I feel like it could. I don't know. 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 This could, unless the both sides collide, right? Unless the both sides somehow, some way collide, I don't think they're Mecha Ellie-chan. Because one of the most unique thing about Mecha Ellie-chan Mark 1 and Mecha Ellie-chan Mark 2 is that technically they were two different servants. So therefore they're treated as two different servants. So you can have two servants. So you can have two exact servants that were two different beings, which was the very first thing that Elizabeth variant was able to do that kind of showcased FGO. Welfare-wise. So maybe this could be a fine example of after either a rerun or evocation, you can have two gray lilies together. God knows. But it does seem that one is light, one is dark. But I feel like this Proto-Arthur is not the Proto-Arthur that we're looking for. It is very cute that we are definitely we are getting dragged into this singularity because of Grey Lily, Agumon Grey Lily, into a younger Olga, which is very nice because having young Olga is a treat, to be honest with you, because she never really get to experience these types of things. So it was really nice for them to allow her to have a childhood in FGO. Because she never really had a childhood. It was just torment and torture. And then, yeah, the AKA Big Titty style, AKA Atlantis style. It is the costume for Demeter when she was younger. Parrot strength of event command code's not too shabby. Limited CE is kind of dog, to be honest with you. Event CE is kind of dog. To be honest, the best one is the third 3-star because it's sure hit. It's not bad. The damage CE Dream Pool, if you are using a child servant, this CE not only increases damage CE, right? Because this is a damage CE, which is 200%, which is nice. But if you have a child servant, after the event is over, it does MP damage, MP gain, 50% charge, and if you have a child servant, you do additional 10% more MP damage. So it's kind of definitely catered towards child servant. So if you use a child servant, like for instance, this will work perfectly with my daughters. Just because it increases my Noble Phantasm by 15%, increase MP gain by 10%, and start to charge by 50%, which means that she could self-charge. And on top of that, because she's a child servant, her MP damage additionally increases by 10%, which is not bad. I don't think it's going to make the biggest difference, but it's essentially a 50% charge, 25% MP damage up with a 10% MP gain on an art. Kind of goes wild. It is a point ladder. Grey Lily, EXP up, yep. Then you got your yeah, you got Gray Lily. So it seems that we are actually getting a reset on Gray to an extent. I don't like that. Like here, this part doesn't look good. These little clowns. These clowns kind of scare me. It's got that circus vibe. Creepy circus vibe. Digital creepy circus vibe. Elder Rich. And another question is this gray different than our OG gray? And interestingly enough, this gray will separate her from the case file gray, which means that she can participate in FGO events a lot more. Which is a good news. And in a way, this also allows the damage bonus list to feel bloated, even though you can only pick one servant. That's also good news. Meanwhile, Waver, what the fuck is there two now? So, if my prediction is correct, this will be a two different gray, but this will, so God, that's gonna be an interesting play. Wow, they oh, I don't know. The problem is if it's two, right? If it's 2 and 1, it means that every time, yeah, if it's 2 and 1, it means that every time there's a new story that involves them, the people have to incorporate the variant that you chose. Right, the variant that you chose, or the variant that the writer chose to be utilized, which would cause semi-bias problem. Simultaneously, if it's one person in 2 forms, that would also cause a bias problem. The best case scenario is that there's 3 and 1. So you've got the OG, then you got your sword and lancer. So that would allow it so that in certain events, Grey Lily would profit if you pick the said servant or said class or versus. Now Ellie breaking the logic makes sense for story though. It's true. Elizabeth breaking logic for the story makes sense. Because that's just, that's just Ellie, right? And that's kind of like the nice lenient convenience that Ellie has, is that she is a lore breaker. Just has been and has always will be kind of deal. But when it comes to like anybody else, they kind of have to follow these similar procedures unless the story specifically breaks it for us, right? So it's either going to be we get one gray lily and gray, so we get a gray lily and gray, or we get a gray lily and no longer gray, or we all have two gray lilies that are two different forms and the OG gray that kind of like witnesses her Santa variant, right? This is another hyperplot convenient to replace Saber Lily. Because this will allow more openings for Miss Kasumi to do something else. To me, that's all I can really think of. That if they want to put Saber Lily, I think they're gonna start putting Saber Lily Gray, just so that Miss Kasumi can voice something else entirely. But interestingly enough, Chatterino Cappuccino, that is the new shenanigans. The event looks fun. The event looks, it really just kind of looks like a choose your own adventure of like being a saber or a lancer. So hopefully you guys enjoy your event. Make sure you guys update, make sure you guys gotcha, make sure you guys do your thing. If you guys are a Shotokan, this will be a perfect opportunity to get this 5-star saber, because I'm pretty sure this Shotokan will become a this Shotokan will become a Zaddy on the 3rd Ascension, because it did not show 3rd Ascension. Did it not show Noble Phantasm? He said go Leo. Yeah, they did not show his Noble Phantasm. So it'll most likely be a 3rd Ascension, and it's gonna have a Zaddy, for sure. But, Chatterino Cappuccino, I do gotta get ready for work. Thank you guys so much for coming. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are good luck with your gotchas. Good luck with your gotchas. Good luck with your things. And I know it's a short stream. Like I said, I'm busy with life and shit's fucking pushing me down. So I will probably stream tomorrow if I have the time. Yeah, I'll most likely stream tomorrow to kind of figure out what's going on. And then kind of talk about more things later on of what's happening to FGO and what's happening to me. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for participating. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on YouTube. Make sure to follow me on Discord, Reno Cappuccino. And as always, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Thank you so much for all the follows and subscriberinos. And I will see you next time. Peace. That's right, I'm running, Dan. I gotta go to, whatchamacallit? I gotta go to work. Also, there's an MSI. Is MSI happening now? Fuck. Ah, well, gotta go. I can't wait for more MSI bangers for sure. Alright, TTFN. For now. There's a Tanya trailer just came out as well. Nice! I'll probably check it out tomorrow. Well, I'll check it out now and I'll check it out tomorrow. Scorpion Tail.